So, folks have been asking me about my thoughts on the pass on the Hulk Hogan, and I don't want to give a. Well, I'll put it this way: what I did say offline, I'd rather keep offline because it was rather candid and rather flippant and wasn't necessarily complimentary. That being said, I wanted to, you know, give my quote unquote unsolicited opinion, and I've been trying to figure out how to put this. So here's the deal: if you if you were born between, you know, mid '70s to, you know, mid '80s, and grew up watching wrestling, there were certain stalwarts of that scene, and one of those were Hulk Hogan. In fact, let's be real about it. The reason why we're still talking about WWE now is because of Hulk Hogan and others of that ilk, especially the rock and wrestling era. You know, back in the 80s when wrestlers were larger than life personalities, for various reasons and everything. And I'll put it this way. So, people have been asking me what are my thoughts on the past on the Hulk Hogan. I said, I'll put it this way. What I'm saying now is this. This is a man who had so many chances to reconcile, change up, and just be a better person publicly. Okay? Because let's be real about it. The only one we know is Hulk Hogan. I mean, some people watching this might have got to know the one known as Terry Boella. You know, who knows? But people like myself, we just saw Hulk Hogan, you know, the dude with the large pythons. That was like 6'7", the one that, you know, body slam Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. And also we're the ones that watched a bunch of shoot interviews too and talked about the person behind the character. And to tell you the truth, that kind of soured a lot of my thoughts and beliefs on Hulk Hogan. You know, did he do a lot for the business? Yeah, he did a lot, all right. Okay, he did a lot. He did a lot for the business. I'll put it that way. You cannot deny that. He definitely did a lot for the business. Yeah, good and bad. He definitely did a lot for the business. That being said, the one I feel the most empathy for right now is Jimmy Hart because that was his boy. And that was a true ride or die. It's like, you know, Hulk Hogan's last appearance, which is kind of, oddly enough, the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix was actually Hulk Hogan's last appearance. But you know what? Jimmy Hart was by his side. He was there when Hulk Hogan was getting cascaded with booze. He didn't run to the back. He stayed by his brother's side. So, I feel bad for Jimmy Hart. I feel bad for people that, you know, lost a father, a brother, and somebody they considered a friend or a colleague. So, and it's weird because when you see like pictures of, you know, here's the thing. We all start out as kids. And then something happens where you become the person you are now, good or bad. And another thing too about it is this. For obvious reasons, you know, for obvious reasons here, it's kind of hard basically to, you know, shed shaking tears because realizing this man fucking hated me as a collective. So it's not a hatred that I have for the memory of Hulk Hogan. It is a sense of shame, actually, because he has so many times and chances to become a better person. You know, and it's sad because if you think about it, the day he really essentially fucked his whole career up was when that tape got leaked out that day in July in 2015, coincidentally, was the same day his passing was announced. And the thing about it is this: we've all said stupid shit. We've done stupid shit. We've believed stupid shit. But you have a choice in changing yourself for the better. And even if he did apologize, he aligned himself with people that held certain beliefs that essentially just made it clear that he didn't want me around as a people. So all that being said, you cannot deny what he did for the wrestling business. You cannot deny the man is, well, he was an icon and now a legend. You cannot deny that. But it's difficult for people like myself to mourn the way we did over an Eddie Guerrero or a Bray Wyatt. Or you know what? It's sad because that list is too fucking long. So my thoughts are, a man who really changed the business is no longer here. My condolences to his friends, family, colleagues, and associates. My condolences to them. I'm sorry for their loss.